One take. This is NBA One Take with yours truly, Pretty Boy Laker, coming to you from Brooklyn, New York. This is one take for your head, one take for your brain. You can follow me on Snapchat as well as Twitter, Instagram. And you can subscribe on YouTube for any updates and videos on the NBA and maybe some others if I can ever get to it. It's the NBA playoffs. Game 3s last night. First game I gotta talk about is hometown team Brooklyn Nets versus Philadelphia 76ers. Now the Sixers is playing without their star player Joel Embiid, that's sitting out with an injury. And it was go time. The crowd was pumped. They was ready to go. And the teams was going back and forth, man. Offense, the pace was high, which which was good for the Nets because the Nets love to play at that pace. Like I tell people, the Nets have a high pace average in the season. Pace meaning a pace where you're running up and down, you get a certain amount of shots, efficiency, and so forth. But it was high action. But it was coming down to it. It was all about Ben Simmons. Now people question Ben Simmons, him not shooting. He needs a jump shot and all this other stuff. I've said that he did need a jump shot since he was in college. That he can eventually develop into something, but he don't need a jump shot to survive in the league, and he don't need a jump shot to put himself in a position to win an NBA championship. I think a lot of people go away from what this game really is, and it's about getting inside, getting into the paint, setting up teammates, and regardless, if you control the paint, for the most part, you're gonna win the game. I know you want to spread out offense, but now it's about the paint. It's always been about the paint. It's always going to be about the paint. Ben Simmons had a career high 31 points, almost a triple-double. He was killing, going to the basket, setting up Tobias Harris, who had the breakout game after having some mediocre games before. Jimmy Butler, he chipped in with 16. But it was Simmons and Butler really having the ball control duties, letting the offensive go. And JJ Redick, my boy, dude, coming off them screens, hitting it. And it was nothing they could do. D'Angelo Russell, he had 26. Dinwiddie came off the bench. Karis LeVert was lighting it up. At one point, the Nets bench is going crazy. The crowd was into the game. But Ben Simmons propelled this team to get the victory in the 2-1 lead. over Brooklyn. Now they was asking him about issue with him and Jared Dudley. They was going back and forth. Just didn't have really, I got the energy for that. Just didn't want to get into much of that. That's smart, you know. It's not good, you know. I did criticize him about what he said about Philly fans and things like that. But it's just hoop, play ball. Don't really get too much into that. And y'all got the win without Embiid. Now Embiid's status for game 4, we don't know. But if it's me, Philly, the way this team played just now, I may sit Embiid out. Let him rest up some more. Could go up 3-1 on this team. Get your big man rested. You know? Next game I gotta get to is the San Antonio Spurs, game 3 versus the Denver Nuggets in San Antonio. Nikola Jokic of the Nuggets. I said that he needed to be aggressive, and he was. He was going to the basket, you know, and bumbling and fumbling and getting baskets. He was really taking it to them. Had 20-some points. Malik Beasley off the bench had 20. And it was just an outpour after the game that Malik Beasley should be starting over Will Barton, who's just been really struggling in this series after, okay, game 1, but game 1 he had the ball a lot in his hands, which I didn't like. So I was just wondering what Mike Malone is going to do for that game 3. Jamal Murray had a pedestrian game, even though he saved them in game 2. Score was close. It was Derek White. And it says who? Derek White. Second-year guy. Had a career-high 36 points. Hitting shots. Scoring, getting steals. And helping propel his team to victory. DeMar DeRozan doing a lot of ball handling duties, had a double-double, as well as Aldridge, 18 and 11. Getting that work done for this team. Even Rudy Gay off the bench with a double-double. I'll tell you something. I picked the Spurs in 7. And you say, oh, you want bandwagon? Nah, man, I tell y'all, I don't feel this Nuggets team. I don't. Jokic's aggression questions me in believing in this team to doing what they need to do. If you got a player that's not aggressive, that just plays in the flow of thing and has that laissez-faire attitude, what do you want? What do you expect me to? What do you expect me to say? I just don't believe in this team like that. I don't. I don't believe in this team. Jamal Murray, I like, but you can't depend on him as a number 1 option to propel your team against a team like the Spurs that's well coached, that's well systemed, that Popovich is going to get so much out of these guys. It's not going to happen. You got to, with Popovich, it got to be talent over team, style over substance. And that's how you beat them. If you don't have a better player then Pop's best players, you're not beating him in the series. I don't care who you are. He's beaten them all. Popovich has beaten them all. Shaq, Kobe, Durant, Dirk, Wade, LeBron, he's beaten everyone. Everyone. So, if you, I just don't believe in them. And it was just clear evidence why I don't. I just don't believe in them. And it's going to raise a lot of things. I mean, when the Spurs win this series, it's going to be a lot of questions for the Nuggets. And I don't want to hear about their first no. It was expectations. And people was saying a lot of stuff about them in the season. The last game is Warriors versus Clippers. Now, this game is about Kevin Durant. KG showed out, 38 points. Curry had 20. Iguodala chipped in off the bench, he had 15. Big game for him. But KD played that as if this game was personal. He took it personal. Yeah, I don't want to hear what these guys got to say, whatever. But he heard it, regardless. He heard it. You in your phone, you're clickbaiting, you hearing what people have to say. It's not about me or Patrick, but because he had 2 quick fouls, and then he exploded for a 38-point win over the Clippers. Clippers really didn't have it going. They tried to spread it out, but it was just not happening. Lou Williams and these guys just didn't have it. Durant had it. Feeding him on the elbow, a la Turk. Operate there. He's coming off a little bit set screens, a lot of screens, working with Draymond, because Draymond was setting some hard screens where he was getting some wide open threes. KD took it personal, the way he played. I don't care what he said. He took it personal. And even though in the post game he said, it ain't about me versus Pat Beverly. Yeah, it wasn't about you versus Pat Beverly. They questioned your mind. They questioned your heart. They questioned you as a person. They questioned you as a basketball player. Said, like you shrug your shoulders, you don't care if this team wins or loses this year because you're going to leave. That's what you're hearing. So what you expect? What you expect what you expect to happen? You show out. Show them. I'm KD. Period. Question me, my resume, my legacy. Do what I gotta do. And he did. I'm gonna take this from them. Me. And he did. Question KD again, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I do it. I did it. I just said he got to play better. That's it. And he did. It's NBA one take. One take for your head, one take for your brain. It's Pretty Boy Laker, and I'm out.